today we're going to be working with this jar that I picked up at Home Goods. And Parisian Script by Maker Studio. It's a 12 by 18 adhesive mesh stencil that you can find at chalkitupfancy.com. It's a larger stencil. And when you remove your stencil, it is adhesive and it sticks to this white paper that you want to keep aside because that's how you're going to store your stencil when you're done using it. It is reusable. So we started by laying our stencil on the glass. And it did take a little bit to kind of get all the wrinkles and it to lay flat. But the stencil itself is quite durable. So outside a few minutes, we really had no issue. Now our stencil did not fit all the way around, so we will address that later in the video. So now you want to burnish with your hand after you lay your stencil down, just to make sure that every part is adhered to your project. And we're going to be working with the glass etching from Maker Studio and this little paintbrush. Both can be found at chalkitupfancy.com. It was nice having Jamie as a little assistant today. So you're going to take the cream onto your paintbrush. And you really want to kind of, more is better in this particular situation. So you really want to layer this cream on. And I was doing these swirly motions, kind of going back and forth, hitting every direction, just so that the cream made its way through the mesh. You just don't want to kind of hit the edge. You want to stay away from the edge where your stencil started. You want to stick to the image. And you want to do this all over your stencil. This particular size project and stencil used about half that jar, just for measuring purposes. We do have smaller stencils. So once you got all your cream on, you're going to remove your stencil. This was so cool, guys. You're going to be so excited to do this. And you're going to set that aside for 4 minutes, your jar, just like that. And wait the 4 minutes. Now, I had soapy water ready. You do not have to have soapy water. This could just be clear water. And while I'm waiting my 4 minutes, I'm cleaning my brush and my stencil. I have a little sponge and just gently rinsing off all the etching cream. And it came off pretty easy. I just wanted to really make sure I got into the mesh and removed all of this material. Now remember, once this is clean and dry, you can use it with the Maker Studio ink, the ceramic paint, or the chalk paste. And we'll go over that in another video. And this can all be found at chalkitupfancy.com. But now our 4 minutes is up, and we're going to continue with our jar. So now I have a fresh pan of clear water, and I'm going to start rinsing off my etching cream. Now remember, we had to wait 4 minutes, and now it's time to remove the cream off the jar. And it's kind of interesting once you start removing the cream, you kind of feel like your image disappears, and it didn't work. It's kind of the thought that went through my mind. This is our first time doing this. Then I just took a cloth and just really did a good job at rinsing all that cream off. Grabbed a paper towel and started to dry it. And as I was drying it, you could see the image start to reappear. So I'm going to give you this shot because this is how the whole jar looks. It looks so beautiful. So now I have that one strip that had the adhesive did not go all the way around. So I'm going to show you how I address that. So I laid some painter's tape where my etching ended. just so I didn't have double image. I thought that would look worse. You may want to go into your image just a tad so it overlays nicely so you don't see that clear line either. And this is never going to look perfect, but you really don't notice it because obviously you're not looking at the whole glass in a whole. So we're just going to go through the whole process again, but you can see that blue tape is there to guide my eye, and I know that I'm not going to overlap into the already etched area. So I did the same process, made sure I burnished the stencil down. I did my cream, I removed the stencil, I waited 4 minutes. While I'm waiting the 4 minutes, I'm going to wash my stencil. I did remove the tape right away before my 4 minutes started because I didn't want any issue with the tape. And then once my 4 minutes is up, we're going to rinse the jar. I took care of my stencil. I laid it adhesive side up on a paper towel just like this and let it dry. And as it dries, it gets its stickiness back and you can put it back on your paper that it came on. I'm going to rinse my jar and dry it off. Guys, this is it. This is so easy, and you have an upscale gift you could give to somebody or place it in your home. I really hope you enjoyed this video. For other tutorials, go check us out on YouTube. You can now watch all our videos at chalkitupfancy.com for any paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and now our mesh stencils, chalkitupfancy.com. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.